The first time Dr. Adam Hale stepped into the private ICU room, he didn't know he was about to collide with a story that would change his life forever. The patient lay still beneath a web of softly blinking monitors, her chest rising and falling with mechanical patience, long golden hair fanned across the pillow like sunlight trapped in sleep, and the chart at the foot of the bed carried a name that carried weight in the city: Elena Whitmore, tech billionaire, philanthropist, mystery, yet to Adam. She was simply a human being in need of careful hands, and as he adjusted the sterile bandage around her abdomen with the kind of gentle precision he reserved for the most fragile cases, he spoke quietly, not because anyone required it, but because he believed people heard more than science could measure, telling her who he was, that the swelling looked better, that he'd make sure the dressing stayed clean, that she was safe. Weeks passed like that, Adam becoming the one doctor who volunteered for the late shifts, the one who noticed the smallest changes, the twitch of a finger during a stormy night, the way her pulse steadied when he read aloud from the newspaper, the faint furrow of her brow when he mentioned her foundation's schools, while hospital executives hovered with legal caution and hired nurses rotated through with professional distance. Unaware that Adam had once studied medicine on scholarships funded by a nameless donor who turned out, heartbreakingly, to be Elena herself. The night everything changed arrived quietly, the kind that slips in unnoticed, fluorescent lights humming low as Adam replaced the bandage again, his fingers warm against cool skin, when the monitor spiked just enough to catch his eye, and before he could call for assistance, Elena's eyelids fluttered like moth wings testing light, a gasp breaking free as if she'd surfaced from deep water, and the room froze, machines beeped, Adam's breath caught, and then her eyes opened fully, unfocused at first, then anchoring on his face as if it were the only thing real in a spinning world. Panic tried to rise, but Adam spoke calmly, grounding her, explaining where she was, how long she'd been asleep, asking her name, and when she whispered it, hoarse but certain, the air seemed to crackle with disbelief. Recovery moved quickly after that, the kind of miraculous progress doctors rarely admit happens, and as Elena regained strength, she asked for Adam by name, insisting he be present during therapy sessions, laughing weakly when he tried to maintain distance, telling him she recognized his voice from the dark, that it had been a lighthouse in the fog. The truth unraveled gently. She remembered funding scholarships, remembered believing in second chances, and when Adam finally confessed that her foundation had paid for his final year of med school, tears slid silently down her cheeks, not of regret, but of wonder at the invisible threads people weave without knowing. The media descended like a storm once the story leaked, headlines screaming miracle, romance, destiny, but behind closed doors Elena made a quieter decision, refusing flashy gifts, instead offering Adam a role leading community clinics under her foundation, saying the world needed doctors who talked to patients even when they couldn't answer back. Adam accepted, not because of money or fame, but because he'd seen what compassion could wake inside a person, and months later, when Elena walked unassisted into the hospital that once held her between worlds, she hugged the staff, thanked the nurses, and stopped before Adam, smiling with the strength of someone who had returned on purpose, whispering that sometimes it only takes one caring soul to remind the heart how to beat again. And if this story moved you, if you believe kindness can change fate when no one is watching, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because the next story might just remind you why hope never truly sleeps.